Hey again, creative beings. I am Tiffany Webstoney, and this is Web Wellness. So I'm doing a tutorial on how to make wheat-free biscuits. There are many options on how to do this. Don't get overwhelmed. Just choose whichever one you want to try. And if it doesn't work out, try another flour. It's not the end of the world. Maybe you wasted $10, but it's fine. It's worth it. So right here I have cassava flour. I have spelt flour. The truth is, the recipe that I pulled up is spelt flour, but I'm going to probably mix them just to see what it does. It's not a big deal. I have baking soda, I have sea salt, coconut oil, and lime. I'm following a recipe. I've done this before. I probably didn't need to do that, but I wanted to show you all a good banging biscuit and not just like a regular basic one. But it's your own discretion. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of spelt flour and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm not going to use all-purpose flour, so I'm going to substitute the all-purpose for the cassava. The baking powder, I ran out. I'm just going to do baking soda because the recipe calls for that as well. It's supposed to be 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. It's not that deep. So don't let not having something small like that stop you. And I'm just going to get the wheat muffins because I don't have the baking powder. It's not worth it. You know, just get into your kitchen, start doing some things, and work it out. All right, so the recipe is 1 cup of spelt flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, which is I'm going to use cassava, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half teaspoon of baking soda. I'm just doing baking soda, 4 tablespoons of vegan butter ice cold. I don't get into the vegan butter. Maybe if it were coconut butter or cashew butter. I'm not into I love cashews, but they're not healthy, so I don't really buy that. But I'm going to do the coconut oil. It's the same idea. You'll notice if it doesn't work. You'll try different things, but you will never know how to make a different kind of biscuit if you don't try. Half a cup of non-dairy milk, which I did just make, but I did that tutorial before. And a tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. That could even be Angry Orchard if you were over 18. It's just trying to get that kind of acidy, citrusy idea, and I'm going to just squeeze some lime. Lemon lime, same darn one thing, and limes are alkaline and lemons are not, so there you go. All right, if I don't follow this exactly, that's just kind of what I do, whatever. So let's do, I'm trying to keep this under 5 minutes, okay? It may not happen, but whatever. So I'm going to do a cup of spelt flour. I hope you can see. Let me move this stuff. A whole cup. This tutorial will also be part of our dinner tonight, since I'm making them. Then I'm going to do the 2nd cup of cassava flour to replace that all-purpose flour. Even gluten-free all-purpose flour is not good because if you look at the ingredients, I guarantee you it's rice. Gluten-free just means rice, soy, corn filled. Because if it didn't, it would have that on the front. They wouldn't have those good ingredients and not tell you on the front of the label. Okay? So I'm done with the flours. Now I'm going to put a little extra baking soda because I don't have the baking powder. It's supposed to be a half a teaspoon. I'm going to put, I don't feel like looking for a teaspoon. I'm just going to do this. Maybe a little too much. I'm just kind of winging it because it's not that serious, y'all. It's just cooking in your kitchen. It'll be what it be. And if it's nasty, you'll throw some jelly on it, or maybe you'll make your jelly with your fruit from that last tutorial we talking about. Not tutorial, from that last video. And now I have to put 4 tablespoons of vegan butter. That's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna do like a nice little. I'm running out of coconut oil. I'm gonna do that. That's what it is. That's what I got. And then I'm supposed to do half a cup of non-dairy milk. Where's my half a cup? Here we go. I ran out of milk, y'all, so I made some just for this. It was annoying, but it also took like 60 seconds. It was fine. There we go. Half a cup of milk. I cleaned off this lime. No sea salt in the recipe? Now that's surprising. I guess I don't need that. 1 tablespoon. Okay, where's my lemon press? Booyah! Easy peasy. And it made the little bubbles like I poured some beer in it or something. I'm gonna do a little more. See, I'm just doing my own thing. Whatever. Now with biscuits versus like pancakes, it has to be a little more dry, like not so liquidy. And this is not good enough. It's just too crummy. So it needs more liquid. I'm going to do more milk. Not more butter because I don't want to eat 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm trying to live longer and not have artery clogs. And I don't care if it's not dairy. It's still some type of oil clogging up. I don't know what oil and vegan butters are. It's fake food. I like to do real food. That's the whole point of this journey. Not to replace it with just like oils and flours and salts and sugars. See, now it's getting a little tacky. I hope you can see. Can they see? I have help here. A little more liquid. So as you can see, this is just a good example. I'm over 5 minutes, but we learning in here. We cooking, y'all. It takes a little patience. Because once I learn this, I'm not going to have to use this anymore. Like, I've fallen off, so I'm learning it with you guys. It's not a perfect scenario. It's just how you get back on the wagon and take off. So now the flour is getting kind of tacky, which is what I want because I'm making biscuits. You know how you open up that thing of biscuits and it's like all sticky? Like, we kind of want that texture. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about you order the biscuits in a little can and you peel it and it go pop and it's like the sticky biscuits. So I just needed to be a little bit more tacky. It was way too dry because I only put 1 tablespoon of butter or oil. I didn't use 4, so pause. All right,
oh,
cool.
nah, this is the wrong.
So my husband came, baby.
This is the wrong spot.
My husband came
Sorry.
home.
Thank you.
Which is always a good thing. I'm not mad about that. But if you hear talking, just ignore it. So, the biscuits. My hands are clean. Let me take off my rings. I don't want gunk in my wedding ring. So this is how it is. Kind of like dough. Now, we can get real creative. We can make pizza, biscuits, muffins. You can do a whole lot. This is your wheat replacement right here. This is that good, okay? So let's just use this since it's here. Get this crap out the way. Let's use this. So now, you see what it looks like. I'm going to just make it in whatever shape I want. I can be creative, but I'm not. I'm just going to make them plain. What do they call this? Kneading the dough when you're like picking at it. So look, tell me that don't look like a biscuit that you pull out of those cans, right? And it's guilt-free, it's wheat-free. It's not going to give me leaky gut. It's no dairy. There's no gluten. Because that's another double right there, that gluten, okay? Boom. Biscuit! So, I guess you want to see what they look like when they're done. So, we waiting. We going. Just because we care. We want you to get the whole picture. I'm going to just make 4. I could have made them smaller or thinner and made more, but this is gonna make 4. Now y'all might be thinking, what? All of that stuff you just put for 4 biscuits? It be like that sometimes. You'll work it out. You'll figure it out. Maybe you want yours smaller. Maybe you make them thinner. Maybe you use a different kind of flour that spreads. Oh, also, sea moss is good for a natural rising agent, like a yeast replacement. But I didn't do. This is just basic. It's just if you don't have all that other stuff, you probably like, what is sea moss? Another video. There's a lot to learn here, but we can take it one step at a time and be just as fulfilled. Okay, we'll do a baby biscuit. I could have pulled out probably 8 little bread balls, or you can get creative. Just work it on out. Alright, I got my biscuits. Okay. Are you recording? Typically, I don't like to use oil, but I did the coconut oil to show you how you can put it in the batter. And I'm going to put it on the air fryer. Air fryer allows you to fry without oil and heating it. It's just a healthier way of frying. I put oil here because I don't want the biscuits to stick. And it's grapeseed oil. You're supposed to cook with certain oils, and olive oil is not one of them. Record, Ahmed.
It has been lost. Oh God.
Just hit record again. That should have totally been.
You know what I want? I want to be right here with
I
it.
switched over to y'all.
I want to be right here with it. That's just.
yeah,
I think it's
So
a
then
little bit
get
better.
the point of view angle after, so you can, you know how
Yeah,
you can
finish
do
the
mini
video.
clip